Welcome, everyone, to Lane Stadium, birthplace of Beamer Ball, where they will touch the Hokie Stone and come alive for Virginia Tech. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Hokies will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Ready to fire from the pistol. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Taking a shot on the first play. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences.
All kinds of running room. He's at the 10. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The Badgers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Defense in press coverage. They'll try to run it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Man, that linebacker timed that so well. I'm surprised the running back actually held onto the football after that big hit. They are so lucky. Wow.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? On the option. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown run.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Looking for space, it's Wilkins. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. fundamental football with the Hokies. We talk about special teams, but the running game has always been part of their DNA.
And when you continue to find guys at the running back spot like David Wilson, and those guys that you can feature, you can give them the ball, establish that physicality, establish that playmaking, it gets everything rolling for this offense.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got his man quickly. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. He keeps throwing it like this for the Hokies, and the defense will have to sleep with one eye open.
And the defense is going to have to grip those pillows tight because when a QB gets going and spinning it with the ability to run the football too and the diversity of this offense, it can be tough, and the Hokies fans will be excited.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long, this one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. The give to the back. At the 40, there he goes. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
On the run, it's Irvin.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. That's caught. It's Irvin. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Wisconsin 7, Virginia Tech 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. The give to the back. At the 35, he's got room. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And the Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Touch pass on the right. Shakes off the defender. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion. So everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. On target over the middle. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Really nice job there as the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good. So an 82-yard drive there. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Wisconsin offense on the field to jump around a bit. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. He's back to throw on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Demania. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And three receivers on the left side here on second and short. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying play action. And he intercepts it. He'll try to take it back. The 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Hokie. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Stanford is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jim Plunkett, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. And the Badgers headed quickly to the line.
The #1 goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Here on second down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Badgers are marching down the field. Back to the air one more time. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Using the quick game. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Badgers are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Steps away to find some room. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. On the run, fires downfield. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got it.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
And now a chance to pull even 1st and goal as we get late in the first half. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On the ground. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Badger!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Going for the return. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play call. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Second down after that incompletion. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, still looking. Trying to make magic with his feet. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
They'll throw it on 1st down. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to pass on 2nd down. He's got his man. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Badgers will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. Out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. They're bringing heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Quarterback checking the play. He wants to throw here on second down. He's got his man, makes the grab. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver. And you saw it right there, down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him. He'll catch it, he'll get a foot down, and help out his offense.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Yeah, I love that the QB understood I'm going to put some stank on this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can quickly, right when he's breaking out of that curl. Nice job getting it to him quick so he can get a first down.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
How about this confidence in the running game, and he picks up 9, just short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 1. The offense is going to stay on the field. They'll take a pass on the 55-yard field goal attempt. Here we go with the run on 4th down. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
You got the ball on their side of the field, 4th and 1. You are absolutely going to go for it and be aggressive. Am I right?
You are right. You know, some may say the quarterback talked the coach into it, but the quarterback's decision is on 3rd down. If he doesn't get it, 4th down is up to the coach.
And listen, every player wants to go for it. The coach always makes the decision. The players always make it.
Man, the receiver right now is just living rent-free in that cornerback's head. Early in the game, caught a bunch of in-breaking routes. Now he catches the corner route. He can run the entire route tree, and right now, he's just running wild.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Pressure coming. And they knocked him down almost immediately. And he just got the on-Wisconsin call and went on into the backfield to pick up the sack.
Yeah, jumping around on quarterbacks in the backfield. Really good job getting upfield, playing aggressive, playing like their hair's on fire. Wisconsin linebackers do that year after year.
Push down for the tackle.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Handoff from the shotgun. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Brings up second down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. He'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Demania. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter.
Picks up. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
The Badgers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They snap it to the up end. He'll try to run for it. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Good news is they didn't lose a ton of yards. The bad news is that's the 3rd sack they've given up now in this game. They have got to do a better job protecting this quarterback.
Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Leaves it with the running back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Running back searching for a hole. On the move at the 30. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. To the ground. He's got it again. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And the Badgers moving quickly to the line. After run, now throw. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a big stop for the defense. That running back has had so much success. You're down in the football game. You need to get the ball back to your offense. You create a play like this. This will get the fires going, get the juices going. Now we got to go get a few more.
The pitch. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep leading the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on fourth down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller,
nothing but green ahead. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
21, Virginia Tech, 17.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. You decided to go.
Our second
The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, running back on the move. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Time is their enemy. It's running out on them. Down 4, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that pass is intercepted. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Badgers! They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th quarter lead.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it.
Running toward the tape. Quarterback gets the first down and more. They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Throws for the tight end. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. It's caught downfield. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Virginia Tech, 23.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. The give and tick, 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 tick. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more third down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Tackle is made at the 37-yard line. Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might as well stick with him. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
And they'll take a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.